Hi everyone, it's David and welcome back to Safer FX. We've got Euro London Open, Wednesday the 15th of October 2025, and this is 1 minute, so it's really quick, but it does look like it's got to move on. So just indicating where I bought and why I bought is a longer story, but this is moving really quickly, so I can't probably get into it just at the moment. So we'll just follow this one through and see where it ends up. Okay, just a few minutes later, and looks like we could be breaking clear on a 1 minute. Sorry, just distracted. Could be breaking clear of the 1 minute of the previous price swings. So contraction point on the 1 minute, that's just prior to London Open. You can see the volume kicking off on the 1 minute. Then either side searching for liquidity, this black line here, which is 116, 214, 215, somewhere in there. That was about 1 minute value. Managed to pick up some inventory here. This blue line, now I'm calling that, if you want to just zoom right in on this, that's price inefficiency on a 5 minute basis. So I really need price to remain above that blue line in order to hold this position. You see my stop is still all the way down here. I'm actually going to move that up now. Just move them up just for demo purposes, just to stay safe. Okay, so that's that. They're done. So it's a zero-sum game now. It could gap, of course. I could lose a bit on the spread, but it's fine. So back to the 1 minute, because that's where the action is on this one. I'll keep following this one through. It needs to break clear quite well, so I need it to bounce around above this blue line and then move higher. And if it does, I will update further. Okay, so this one continues to move along. Little bit of hesitation just where I'm circling there. This is 1 minute, so it's moving along quite smartly. Hasn't really retested top of the swing, so the red box, of course, may well do so. Blue line, I've moved up. Again, blue line is price inefficiency confirmed on a 5 minute. So I've just snuck out there to the 5 minute. End of the previous, bottom of the other, and there's no overlap there. So that's really 5 minute price inefficiency. So essentially what I'm using that for is a guide to say to myself that if price collapses back down through 5 minute price inefficiency when I'm trading a 1 minute time frame, it's all over, it's done. Exit, get out. Don't argue with it, just leave. So I'm on 5 on this one. So back to the 1 minute on this one. I'm still considering that this should hold and work its way higher on a 1 minute basis. But of course, we've got that 5 minute there now. The only difference, I think, since the last little update is I've moved my stop loss essentially to 0. So we'll see where this one can go proportionately. It's moving reasonably linear at the moment. I would enjoy it if it went a little bit sideways for a bit, but held its price and then had another move. And at the end of that the next move, that'd be a point where I'd be looking at moving stop loss right up and lock in the profit. But we'll just keep a watch on this one and see the way it moves and update in a few minutes' time if it's all successful. Okay, further update on this one. Price did bounce around for maybe 10, 15 minutes, pushed higher in the last 3 or 4. Big white candle here, got a bit of a hand candle here, maybe another white candle here. So whenever price breaks out of its expansion phase and starts to trend, or you consider starting to trend, and it makes it through its previous expansion legs and then sits there and bounces around, it's generally a pretty good sign that it's building a bit of momentum or picking up some liquidity for a further move north. So I'm really probably looking now at my exit. So nice move out, consolidation. I would consider another contemporary move. So another, I don't know, let's call it 10 to 15 pips, and that might be it on this one, which would make it about a 30 pip move. not too bad for 1 minute on the euro. 30 pip move. Yeah, that's pretty standard sort of a intra-session move in one particular direction. Not that I'm saying we'll do it, but that would be it. So it'd be up around, I don't know, this level here, 116, 400, 116, 450, somewhere in there. Let's just see if we can. I'll update in a few minutes just to see where this one goes. Okay, so a bit of an update. Moved my blue price and efficiency line on the basis of the 1 minute candle here. Black candle, clearly 1 minute, clearly closed below the blue line. I really needed that to be some sort of level of support. Had two positions on entry for this little move. So I've exited one of them, took a profit on one of them at this level, and you can see I've moved the stop loss for the other here. So overall profitable, but it shouldn't be doing this. The price shouldn't be moving as it is now if this was going to continue strongly to the upside. So it's almost back down to its red price expansion level, which is not healthy for a strong and good trend. So, I mean, overall, I think the risk going in was about maybe let's call it 8 pips. The profit on that one is 8 or 9 pips, and the profit in the other one was about, so it's about a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5 tops. If this doesn't hold now and I get taken out, that'll be the trade. So it's essentially a 1-to-1 trade. It may still hold up and move higher, but just to indicate the necessity to make sure that watch obviously very closely, and these milestone candles, which this big white candle, as far as I was concerned, was definitely a milestone candle that's now essentially been taken out. So it's lost its validity. Just in terms of this trend, look, it might bounce backwards and forwards here. We're into the London session now. Well and truly, that could be it. Worth coming back New York, see what happens a bit later on. But I'll keep updating on this one. But it looks like it's not going to deliver sort of like a 3 or 4 risk return ratio on this one. It looks like it's just like a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5, maybe, somewhere in there. So, there you go, taken out. So, that's it. That trade's done. That's the end of it. So I'll post this one up. If this one, this information is helpful too, please let me know in the comments below. Really appreciate if you would like, subscribe. And be safe, trade safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.